Happy Tuesday, Charlotte. This is Ann Rudd with eXp Realty and owner of the Ann Rudd Group, and this is Queen City Real Estate Today. I want you to know what the conversation is within the real estate world amongst agents, because I think it'll give you some insight as to what we're dealing with, as well as everyone else that is thinking about buying or selling or renting or investing during this time. Real estate agents on the closed Facebook pages that I'm involved in are talking about whether to list, whether to show houses. There are some people that have the opinion that we do not need to be out at all. There are people that I think are a bit reckless in what they're doing. For my business, I have buyers that can push off their purchase. I have buyers that cannot push off their purchase. We have buyers and sellers that are in the middle of transactions that we absolutely cannot put off. If I have a seller that needs to sell immediately, we put their house on the market. If we can kick that can down the road just a little bit, I absolutely do it, because I think it's in the best interest of everyone involved for their safety. If I have an older client, we have a conversation about pushing things a bit. For me, I just want to be safe, and I want all parties involved to be safe. And if you are a seller, having as few people through your home as possible is very, very important. If you're a buyer, doing a lot of prep work before you go out and look at houses. So I have clients that say, hey, what about this house? What about that house? I will send them the information, and then I say, please go drive around the neighborhood. See if that's a place that you are willing to live. And if you are, great, we'll put it on your list. And if you aren't, great, it's gone. Because many times we go out to show a house, and before my clients have had a chance to do any recon, we go up to the house and the neighbor's house is a mess, or maybe the neighborhood isn't quite what they thought it was going to be. And automatically that knocks out that property. And in a normal time, that's no big deal. But in a time where we don't need to be in a house, if we don't need to be there, doing your recon as a buyer is super important during this time. And I'm totally happy to do as much as I can for you. But at the end of the day, what I think is a good neighborhood may be different from you. So I want my clients to go out, take a look at the neighborhood, take a look at the area, make sure that it's something they want to look at further, and then enter the home. Last week I did a video, I was showing houses last week, and one of the homes we walked into, clearly there were medical needs of a child in the home. And it just struck me, and I didn't think, the only thought I had was, what is their circumstance that where they have to put their house on the market right now? This must be something super, super important for this family. And to be opening their home during this time with a child with health needs. So just something that struck me. As far as another piece of information, the North Carolina Real Estate Commission has sent us as realtors an addendum to add to all of our contracts. And actually, I think it's a seller's addendum, but I would use it if the seller did not provide one for me. But it basically protects parties in case there is a disruption in the transaction because of something associated with COVID-19, whether it's an illness or a municipality closing their doors for a while, or appraisers not able to get out in time. There's a number of different variables that will affect a real estate transaction that I have no control over. Our buyers and sellers don't have any control over. And so this addendum addresses those and what happens to the monies. So if you are in the middle of a transaction and you haven't seen that addendum, ask your agent. I believe actually the public may be able to take a look at it. You can always go to the North Carolina Real Estate Commission's website and take a look. If you want to see it for yourself, just post a comment down below and I can get that to you. But I think it's very important. I am very appreciative of the North Carolina Real Estate Commission for getting ahead of this. It's really interesting. There are lots of states right now that are keeping people completely at home, but some states have deemed real estate in business interests or business activities as vital, whereas other states have not. I know in the state of Pennsylvania, I talked to someone, their real estate commission told them if they were caught showing houses or selling houses, they could lose their license. In other states, real estate activities have been deemed as necessary for the continuation of business during this time, and real estate agents and appraisers and home inspectors and the like can go and transact. So we're seeing a state by state situation. If we do get to a position here where we have to, house in place or whatever they call that, it will be interesting to see what the state of North Carolina does with real estate agents. I'm kind of torn about it. I think whatever the decision is made will be perfect for me. I'm not in control. Thank goodness I do not have to make those big decisions. And speaking of big decisions, the governor came down yesterday with a conversation about schools, and schools are going to be closed. The public schools are going to be closed in North Carolina until May 15th. Also, salons have to be closed on Wednesday, so I did have a conversation with my hair lady. I have actually a hair appointment this week that I was not going to keep, simply because there were a lot of older ladies in my salon, and if for by chance I'm carrying something, I certainly wouldn't want to give that to anyone else, especially someone that's older. But that has to be taken care of by 5 o'clock on Wednesday, I believe. All hair salons have to be closed. So I know that there are a lot of people rushing around to get their roots done. It's a conversation in my world, that's for sure. But kids are going to be out of school until the 15th of May at the minimum. And that's brought up a big conversation in my house about, what the heck are you going to do every day? I have a 17-year-old. She has not left the house a lot in the last 5 days. So she's out of the house today. I took over a horse boarding operation, and she's at the barn doing some work for me because we have to get out of the house. And I'm so fortunate that I have a place to go, but not everyone does. So I hope that you're able to get out when you can, go for a walk. Enjoy the increasingly nice weather here in the Charlotte metro region. It is such a beautiful city this time of year. I mean, I have been absolutely blown away by the cherry trees blooming, and I just hate that not all of us are able to enjoy it. But hopefully in the next few weeks, things will maybe start getting better so we can start returning to normal. I think that most of us crave a normal day right now, and I don't think any of us have it. So I wish you all the best. If there is anything that I or my team can do for you, we are calling all of our past clients and our friends and family and asking them if they are okay, if there's anything they need, if there's anything we can do for you, if you're curious about what's going on in your neighborhood, if there's a particular house in your neighborhood you're interested in, or if you need a pack of toilet paper, send me a message, because right now we all have some extra time on our hands, and I am in the business of taking care of people. And if there is anything you need, please leave me a message below. I'll be happy to reach out to you and help you any way that I can. I hope you have a wonderful day. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, allergies permitting, and take care of yourself and have a wonderful afternoon. Bye now.